All right. An off-the-cuff Tuesday night football. Hopefully, even though my Streamlabs says nothing is wrong, nothing is actually wrong like here tonight as we do build-up. Because although some of you hate the build-up is imperative to understanding the picture that we are going to see today, which is the New Orleans Saints against the Detroit Lions. Another one on the hell run for Momo, of course. Doesn't really get any nicer for him as he continues to soldier on in what is a complete minefield of fixtures. Today, of course, comes in against the two-time Super Bowl winner, only person ever in the league successfully to defend the Super Bowl. Pickings, of course, coming in with the Saints with a perfect 4-0 record. Momo, of course, 2-2 today. The spread set at 16.5 under for Pickings. Only two people are banking on Momo beating the spread. Momo saying today he's either going to win the game or he's at least going to lose by less than 16.5 points, whereas everyone else that is playing the Pick'ems has unanimously gone for the two-time Super Bowl winner. I mean, realistically, what can you say in a game when it comes to Pickings and Momo? Momo, we saw yesterday, looked a little bit off in defense. Momo yesterday looked a little bit kind of lost when he was forced to throw the football. Going to need to show a little bit more today, but easier said than done against someone that's as dominant on the field as Pickings. Of course, we'll start with the kind of breakdown of this Detroit Lions team, the underdog today. Momo comes into game week 5 with a 2-2 record, the 30th best pass offense in the league, and the 3rd best rush offense in the league. So you could already see that huge damage and what we were talking about yesterday, or that huge distance, and how we were talking about yesterday. He doesn't opt to throw the ball, regardless of that fantastic quarterback he drafted in Travis Jamal. You could put a lamppost in the quarterback position at Detroit this season so far, and he'd be doing the same job as Travis Jamal. So who knows? Maybe again, a wait for those kind of easier games, quote unquote, to use his quarterback more. But listen, I think he's going to need to change those numbers today. Defensively, it's just the same. 32nd in the league for pass defense. He has the worst pass defense in the league and the 12th best rush defense in the league. So Momo this season can't throw the ball and can't defend the throw, but he can run and he can defend the run. So that may well be an area which Pickings will look to kind of target the pass coverage of Detroit. Of course, trades have been happening. Jordan Battle, of course, is now a Detroit Lion. I think after yesterday that one went through. And the schedule looked like this for Momo so far. 2 wins to start off his season against the Indianapolis Colts and Newton, as well as CJ and the Panthers. And of course, has lost to Kiz and the Buccaneers and Kyle and the Seahawks. To have these starting 5 is a nightmare. It's only going to get easier for Momo as this game week ends. And I think, again, if you told him you're going to go 2-3, 3-2, he would have snapped your hand off at the start of the season. Depth chart looks like this for Momo and his Lions team. Travis Jamal, the quarterback. Jahmyr Gibbs is the, of course, obligatory running back, with Jimmy Caldwell has been getting cameos and has looked decent. The small 5'8" base of him could be introduced today. Sam Laporta, of course, is the star tight end. The wide receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Isaac Tesla, and of course the underused Swede, Hampus Linkvis Reed. Matthew Jones, also 34-year-old and a veteran on the bench, a mentor, even though he's never played a snap in the NFL. The offensive line looks like this. Penei Sewell, Taylor Decker, Tate Ratledge, Corey Hilton are the main standouts. Defensive line, Aiden Hutchinson, Alan McNeil, Arnold Ebikite. I think Tyleek Williams is injured, but I'm pretty sure DJ Reader is not. So you may well see DJ Reader in action here tonight. Again, the D-tackle room was an area where Momo got relentless injuries last season. He just couldn't catch a break in his D-tackle room. Linebackers, of course, you got Jack Campbell, you got Chris Barnes, Joe Anderson, Celso Jung, and the secondary, you got Kirby Joseph, who I think is actually injured, Brian Branch, DJ Reed Jr., Terry Arnold, and of course the French-Englishman Jake Morton, the rookie at corner. Over, of course, to Pickings, it's a perfect start. He wants another Super Bowl. He wants to be the only man to win 3 franchise league bowls. No one has done that so far. 4-0 for his start to the season. 31st in the league for passing offense, which is very surprising for Pickings. He's been a proprietor of running the ball. 7th in the league for rushing offense. Defensively, 1st for points, 1st for yards. 2nd best pass defense, 7th best rush defense. So maybe picking off people, maybe scoring touchdowns through pick sixes and interceptions to kick off his season 9, to kick off his 2026 campaign. Schedules look like this for Pickens. Of course, straight 4 wins. Prodigy Punk, he beat Kyle MCC, the only man that's lost to I think one of the big guys so far in Kyle. I don't think anyone else has really felt a kind of top 5 kind of loss so far this season. Cleveland Browns, of course, against Hampy, 135-0, and of course against Green Bay, Blazer Guns, poor kid, never stood a chance in that game, 48-14 in that one. So tonight starts quite a run. You've got this game and the Jack Hanna game, which I think Pickings will look at and go, yeah, they're the easier two. But then it's this run of 4. Tampa, Carolina, Tampa, Carolina. Those 4 games are enough to make any man want to commit seppuku. That's going to be a really, really horrendous stretch. Kind of rare that it's back to back for both teams, but there you go. That's the weirdness of the schedule, I suppose. Over, of course, to the depth chart, this is what it looks like for Pickings. Matthew Davidson, the player of the week in game week 4, quarterback and number 1 overall draft pick with his throw power. His speed is a dual threat, absolutely. You've got Kendra Miller, Allergy Kamara, and Ollie Gordon in the running back positions. You got the tight end room, which is still spearheaded by the fullback Taysom Hill. Will he retire? Will he ever? Juwan Johnson and N'Keal Harry. Speed there for the tight ends, especially for N'Keal Harry. Hands, though, made out of styrofoam. They're pointless. I had him last year. Chris Olave, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, and Troy Franklin. An old wide receiver room. Definitely going to be an area which I think that Pickens is going to look to improve in the draft if he can get a number 1 pick. Still hasn't got a number 1 pick for this coming draft. Offensive line, of course, you've got Eric McCoy, Kevin Banks Jr., Fuaga, Andrew Wiley. And the tackle defensive line, you've got Brian Brisset, Carl Granderson, Chase Young, Davon Godshow. And the linebackers, you've got Bobby Wagner, who, again, is old, but is so usable at 36 and a great mentor. Pete Werner, Troy Anderson, Quan Alexander, and also the rookie, Basia Hudson, see if he gets any snaps today. Secondary, of course, Justin Reed, Corley McKinstry, Adoree Jackson, Quincy Riley, Ashton Davis, and then, of course, kicker and a punter, Cade York, and James Burnip. Of course, Neon, being our judge tonight, says that this game will end 32-29. So Neon having some hope in Momo today, saying that Momo is going to keep this one to a 3-point game and will make Pickens shake a little bit. 16.5 spread is there. Momo, an absolute underdog here tonight. Will he be able to perform like he knows he can on a good day, or will it be another, just like yesterday, back-to-back shambles on offense? We go and we find out for Tuesday Night Football. Here's set and ready to go. The New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. Whenever you two are ready. Absolutely, absolutely. Mum on the big screen I watch every time. Maybe defends better on Madden than FIFA. You may have picked the wrong game here, Bailey. You may have picked the wrong game. We would love to see a shock. We would, but really difficult to kind of think of how he's going to get this one over the line. That's very loud in my ears, and for you as well. Go down to that. Go to 30. That's still kind of loud. Got 26. Yeah, it's all right. You got a good murmur of game volume there. Okay, so here we go then. Pickings, of course, in the white and gold for the New Orleans Saints. The Detroit Lions, of course, in the blue and silver for Momo. We start at the 20. Momo attempting to catch that one, but just decided to look up at the sky instead. How nice of him. So, the run game has been key for Pickings this season. Interesting considering he signed a couple of those older heads in the wide receiver room, Mike Evans and Devontae Adams and co. Maybe showing people this season that you can win Super Bowls with golden oldies. Who knows? Travis Jamal here looking to throw immediately. He's going to run through the middle. And oh, there comes number 50, Lewis Beckwith. You don't know who that is. That's Lewis Becks. From the FIFA side, the UFC side, Lewis Becks there. Dropping Travis Jamal before he can get his feet moving. Good kind of blocking up of the pass routes as well there from Pickings. And again, that pass defense is going to be so difficult to break through today. If you ever needed a game where you wanted to see Jahmyr Gibbs perform, this is the one. Hands this one off. Jahmyr Gibbs immediately, though, dropped down. And now it's Diggs, number 40. Tell him, Momo, not today. Not ever. 17-yard line already. Momo's going to be looking at the sky and thinking, why? Why did I say yes to being on a live game here tonight? This is not the start that you want to see. Troy Anderson, of course, had a great season last year and the Messiah at the Falcons. Now here he is with the Saints. Momo needing a good gain of yards here to carry this one on left-hand side. Brings that one in, down onto the 27, 4th and 3. And that's good defense from Pickens, who will force the Detroit Lions to punt this one away. You're never going to see Momo throw the game away this early and talk about going for it on his own 27. It would be craziness, especially with the defensive pickings. But yeah, that's what you get from a two-time back-to-back Super Bowl winner, the only coach to go undefeated for an entire season in pickings, and wants to maybe recreate that here maybe this season. 4-0 for a reason so far. Can anyone stop the white and gold of New Orleans? Here comes the offense. Here comes Matthew Davidson, Matt D23, with the best player that you maybe have ever seen as a quarterback here. He is incredible. And there comes Allergy Kamara, who I believe is Allergy Zeno. It's the cut stick there down into the 45. Pickens getting a couple of these VFL alumni noticed on camera already.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these
of course, as well for the fantasy league, some of these guys, or all of these guys, are going to be available to be drafted as well.
Continue to be physical at the line of
The same draft class as us, but kind of some changes, some tweaks to dev traits and so forth and so forth. First and 10 on the 45 as the play action now for Matthew Davidson. Looking at that right side, Matthew Davidson looking to just go here. Taki was thinking about it, and then he just dolphin dives off the field. Taki just decided, you know what? If I'm not going to get a tackle, I'm going to just flop to the floor. At least it'll look cool on prime time. But that's, yeah, easy first down. Good coverage from Momo in terms of the passing routes on the play action there. But not able to kind of clamp Davidson down here. Well, here we go. Some more audibles happening. Coming out in base protection, I think, as well. There's the play action here. Faked. Where's he going to go? Davidson drops back, and that one is completely gone. Has to throw that one away. Good awareness by Pickens, and again, good defense in the pass coverage from Momo. Second and 10 on the 44.
Just forced to throw that one away.
Second and 10.
Have to think it. Will he maybe opt to hand this one off to his running back? The answer is yes. Allergy Kamara, look at that blocking. Oh, yeah. The Saints with some great run blocking here. And number 71 holding his wrist with an injury already. So it seems like we may well have an issue here. Adoree Jackson, we're looking into the slot corner here at this minute in time from Pickens, but all seems well for now. Doesn't feel like that number 71 is going to be injured for too long. Of course, we had another big, well, not a big injury. It's kind of a kind of medium injury today. Finley safe. I think one of his O-linemen broke their thumb in the games. That's a 3 to 5 week injury. That was given there. No one else apart from Quay. Was it Quay Martin or Quay Walker? I never forget. I never remember which one is at Green Bay, but whatever one's at Green Bay is the only one out so far for the season. 19 weeks for Blazer Guns a couple of weeks ago. We've all been, well, not all of us, but I've been there. Brock Bauer was in week 6 last season, out for 19 weeks as well. Never fun. Allergy Kamara here on this right-hand side. Davidson looking. Davidson just going to run right through the middle here. And here comes Davidson's speed. And Momo is hit stick in thin air. That's one thing that you've got to keep saying to people. Hit sticks this season. Hit sticks this year. Unless you're going to upgrade that Hitimus Stickimus perk all the way to platinum, they are killers, man. You will miss a hit stick and you will take your guy completely out the game. You've got to go for standard tackles or dive tackles. Hit sticks are going to continue to get Momo in trouble here if he keeps trying to go for painful hits on the QB tonight. First and 10 on the 13. As Pickens getting closer and closer towards an opening touchdown here tonight. Hands this one off through the middle again. There's Hill. Drop down onto the 11. Second and 8. How many more times are we going to see Taysom Hill before he hangs up the cleats? 36 years old. Pickens was convinced that it was going to be a farewell tour last season. He was in tears of joy when he got to see Taysom Hill run out one more time in this season 9 in this 2026 season.
One time for the Gringos.
Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome aboard. Second and 8 on the 11 here. Matthew Davidson, the quarterback, looking to maybe look for RB, the Texas route. No, he's going to run forward again, and Davidson dropped down 3rd and 5 on the 8. The one thing that is interesting is that, you know, the more hits that Pickens is going to take with his quarterback, the more likely an injury can happen. Quarterback injuries are not foreign. You know, you look at Dave last season or last Madden with Drake May. You do not want to get Matthew Davidson out for a long-term injury because of the over-reliance of running. Goes across here, and that's going to be a touchdown. And Momo flopping and diving to the right side. Red time from Matthew Davidson, yes. But who do you want on the end of a red time pass? That man right there, Devontae Adams. Looks phenomenal in black and gold, I've got to say. Or white and gold. White, black and gold. We were kind of correct. Gets that one in for the first 7 of the night. 7-0 to the New Orleans Saints. Pickens leading the way. Thank you again as well to Little Belly 2 for the follow. Are you commentating your own game? It's not my game. We play in the league. We have 2 leagues of 32. So we have like a beginner league and like a... what would you call it? Like an experienced league. So this is the experienced league between Pickens with the Saints and the Lions, who are under control by Momo. So yeah, it would be weird if I was commentating my own game. That would be quite strange. But there you go. Anyway, back out onto the field comes Travis Jamal for these Detroit Lions. Jared Goff no longer a Lion, cut after disagreements with the coach Momo, a cult hero in Detroit. The fans love Jared Goff in Detroit. He was not a part of this franchise's future. Took a hefty cap hit to cut Jared Goff. It was kind of debated internally. Should it happen? Should it not happen? Was maybe lodged to happen last season, but it was swiftly rejected by the commission. And now he gets the opportunity to cut him this season. And he said it saved his franchise. He can now renew people like Jameson Williams. He can now renew people like Sam Laporta. The offensive weapons will be staying at Detroit is the message after that Jared Goff cut. And again, you know, to cut Jared Goff and to land on your feet with this Travis Jamal rookie from the draft class is phenomenal, but he has to use him. 2nd and 14 there after a huge tackle for loss on the 29. Momo there with some play action. Jamal not got the legs though. Jamal running out of space and time. Has to throw that one away. 3rd and 14. Momo is locked up here. He's in Alcatraz with how tight this security is on defense from Pickens. 3rd and 14 on the 29. He cannot get anything going. And it's looking likely Pickens is going to get the ball back once again. There's a reason why the Saints are 4-0. There's a reason why he's the only coach to win 2 Super Bowls back-to-back. There's a reason why he's the only coach to win in a season undefeated. One of the best players to ever play in our league is Pickens. There's that one there, maybe to the corner, was being looked for. And that's intercepted. A nightmare from Travis Jamal. Down onto the 40. He was running out of options. And Davis of the Saints yoinks that one in and says, try again next time. 1st and 10 on the 40. And the Saints don't look like this is even going to be a challenge tonight. It is a one-way show here in white and gold. Matthew Davidson here on the 40. Motion to the right-hand side. Looking, Davidson. Scanning, looking, goes for the deep ball to Y, and that there is an interception right back. Terry and Arnold with a huge pick. My goodness me, how he needed that on the 3-yard line. I think Pickens is going to be confused as to how he got that. I thought it was going to be a completion because he got his guy in front of Arnold there. But no, Arnold yoinks that one in just behind him. Says thank you very much indeed, and at least it remains 7-0 for the time being. 1st and 10 on the 3, safety territory. And it's going to be a drop of 1. 2nd 11 on the 2. He cannot get this run game moving whatsoever. If Momo keeps going this way, he's going to end up with minus rushing yards this game, which would be quite the achievement for Pickens to hold him to. 2nd and 11 on the 2. 10 passing yards for the Lions, 8 for the Saints. Runs forward, gets a gain of 8 there. 3rd and 3 on the 10. A little bit of breathing room there from the RPO. Does he have a kind of red zone-esque play? He's bringing Davis down, the safety coming down. Where's he going to go with this one? Oh my goodness me, short! He's safe caught it. He's safe caught that. And he's gone down short of the 1st down mark. It's 4th and 1. Oh, goodness me. Now you've got a decision. If you can sneak it, great. You carry on. But if not, and you punt this, then I think he has to punt. You can't risk it at 4th and 1 on the 13. You surely can't. Then again, Dan Campbell things. The Detroit Lions known for being risk takers. I wonder if he's going to think about it here. 13-yard line is going to be some crazy stuff if Momo decides to. He is going to go for it. Boy. Only 7-0. I don't know. An I form as well. I would at least just gone for a sneak. I really would have. Can he get over the line? Play action. Oh, God. It's absolutely woeful from Momo. What are you looking at, you silly man? Through the middle was gone. I thought he was going to go for that deep cross route. That was absolutely gone, and that is an absolute howler from Momo. He throws it to the flats. Pickens is there, lurking. And that's just... I don't know if that's nerves, anxiety, blindness. I don't know if he needs a spare pair of these. I have no idea, but that's a horrendous one from Momo, because he was open for a gain of about 30 yards there, right through the middle. The Saints right back out then, attacking the red zone on the 13-yard line. I can't believe he threw that to the flat. There's like 3 people over there. That's nuts. Again, easier said than done when you're watching rather than playing, I suppose. 2nd and 9 on the 13-yard line. Matthew Davidson here, looking to maybe punch this one in for another touchdown. He would run if needs be. Oh, it's easy. Open sesame. Davante Adams, his 2nd of the night. Rolling back the years, Davante Adams. Once upon a time was at the Raiders in real life, complaining about a lack of targets, complaining about not getting the ball enough. Was dubbed a locker room cancer, was dubbed a prima donna with his attitude and how he was conducting himself at Vegas. You know, went to the Rams. He's at the Rams now, and now Pickens has him here in his kind of heyday of his career, winding on down at the Saints, 4-0. Telling Davante Adams, I can get you a Super Bowl this season. Just believe in the process that we're building over here. So far tonight, 2 touchdowns. We're not even at half time for Davante Adams. 14-0, and this is where you need to start getting points on the board. If you let Pickens and the Saints kind of mosey on through, get a 14-point lead, a 21-point lead, a 28-point lead, there is usually no coming back. You have to kibosh this immediately. 1st and 10, 29-yard line. I don't think Momo has had more than 2 first downs in this entire game so far, which is crazy. That just shows you the pressure of this defense. Travis Jamal. Oh, it's another pick. Dear God, it's absolutely raining interceptions. And there'll be people tonight looking at this and saying, maybe it wasn't Jared Goff. Maybe it wasn't Spencer Rattler. Maybe it's the man behind the controller. He is panicking. He is rushing. He is throwing to ghosts right now. Unreal. Momo has sunk himself here. That's the only way to describe it. Davidson, play action. Mike Evans out onto the 24. Mike Evans, of course, staying in the NFC South, said, listen, the Bucs don't want me no more because of my age. I go to somewhere where I'm appreciated. Imagine Mike Evans getting the dunking touchdown on Kiz this season. That would be poetry in motion, wouldn't it? Hands this one off to the right-hand side as Ollie Gordon there is dropped back 5 yards. Good run game defense there from Momo. The pinch blitz works a charm. How do we let Pickens get Ollie Gordon, eh? How'd that happen? Bloody hell. 3rd and down, the 29. Field goal range, absolutely. No wind inside this wonderful stadium in Detroit, but at this point, you just don't need Pickens to get a first down. You hold him here to a field goal. It's the best of a worst situation. We're going to cover that crosser there as Momo goes underneath. Now to be open as Allergy Kamara, the running back, dropped him down. 1st and 10 in the 18. The easy, open dump-offs continue to be there for Pickens tonight. This may be one of the most impressive defensive performances we've ever seen. Again, it really will, come the end of the game, be a conversation of what was more, you know, to look at. The defensive Pickens or just the woeful offense so far. of Momo. Said I love Momo, but I mean, you have to say what you see, and that is Matthew Davidson running to the end zone, committing all the bodies to the left-hand side there, did Momo. And that one there now goes to a 21-0 ball game. And this one could be over before it's even got underway. I would be absolutely gagging at the mouth to understand or to see how many first downs Momo has had. It can't be many. It can't be more than 2. It really can't. Jones here on the return. Drop down onto the 20. 1st and 10. 21 points. We have never seen anyone come back from 21 points against Pickens. He is one of those guys that is a vice grip. Once he grabs you by the throat, he ain't gonna let you go until the game's over. Bobby Wagner here in his heyday, in his elderly age. The user now, Davis to Reed. He's flicking between his user. There's that run game again. Another stop. Pickens, I tell you this much. Pickens is complete. This is the most helpless I've ever seen anybody in a game on offense. Yesterday, of course, we talked about Momo not using his, not having a lot of confidence in his quarterback and, the over-reliance on the run game, but he was scoring points. He was keeping the game tight. It was an overall, gunfire performance. You score, I score. You score, I score. Tonight, Momo can't get a single first down. Every single time. Loss of 1, loss of 5, loss of 4, loss of 3. He's lost, dude. He's completely lost. 3:50 left it in the second quarter. 2nd and 11 on the 19. Safety being dragged down. Oh, my goodness. It's an absolute nightmare. Completely covering the flats again. The RPO covered off. The run game blocked off. Pickens here is schooling Momo. This is a clinic. You talk about Momo only being kind of able to move the ball through 2 things, run plays and RPOs. And right now, Pickens has cut off both angles. When he runs the ball, immediately he's thinking, Pickens, okay, he's going to go for the RPO next, covers off the RPO, picks him off, another touchdown. Run games and RPOs, that's it. That's all Pickens has to defend here, and he's defended it brilliantly. 28-0 in a domination here in the first half from the New Orleans Saints. The NFC North said, we don't want to be regarded as whipping boys. We don't want to be disrespected by some of the higher-ups. Pickens has never disrespected the NFC North. But from the people that have and the murmurs that people will give the NFC North, a performance like this, you can't blame them. He has been completely outdone here. Travis Jamal throws to the right side. And that one there over for a rare first down to the Detroit Lions. Pickens, of course, 28 points up here. Completely legal to turn shoe clock on early once he gets the ball back, unless Momo scores. And is now also limited to field goals. He had a 35-0 victory against the Browns a couple games ago. And tonight, it could be another shutout loading here in Detroit. Left-hand side, Travis Jamal overthrows, 2nd and 10. Jesus Christ. Rough one. Rough day at the office, to say. It's not even a rough day. The office is on fire. Yeah? People are in the office, trapped in the building. It's on fire. That's how bad this is going for the Lions right now. 36-yard line up to the 44. Gain of 9. 3rd and 1. There's no huddle offense here coming from the Lions now. Travis Jamal left. Oh, that was nearly a pick again. Holy smokes, man. He nearly yoinked that one out the sky. Dear goodness, that would have been bad. That would have been I mean, you can't even say it would have been a pick 6. It would have been a pick 3. Would have taken it to the 1 and then got the touchdown, the field goal, wouldn't he? But you can see how potent this defense is tonight. Covered up, but that one there gets over to Amon-Ra St. Brown. A rare first down again and a rare reception for St. Brown. Travis Jamal tonight, the young rookie being fed to the Lions. 80 yards, 4 interceptions from Travis Jamal. The young man is going to be a broken player after this one tonight. Confidence, morale, all of that is in the dirt. I wish Madden did more of that, by the way. I wish for, like, rookies, if you put a rookie in, like a quarterback in particular, and the rookie has, like, a terrible game and he throws 4 picks, 5 picks, the morale just plummets. I'm not talking like a morale loss of, like, 5 or 10. I'm talking like a morale loss of, like, 30 or 40. I want the quarterback, if he's throwing interceptions and he's a rookie, to be needing antidepressants after the game. That's the kind of stuff I want, you know? Really make that kind of more important as a screenplay gets in here, and Jahmyr Gibbs shrugs off not 1 but 2, and it's not a Detroit Lions game without a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. It feels weird to say it's a consolation point, but it feels that way. 28-7, the Lions finally get on the board. No shutout here tonight is the message from Momo and his Lions team. But in the same token, Pickens now right back onto offense. Brings that one in. Does Jackson. Jackson here now going. Moving around the left-hand side. It's going to be a big return here. Jackson down onto the 37. 1st and 10. Here we go again then. Minute and 48 left in this first half. Momo going to be aiming right for that end zone and saying, I want more XP, I want more score, I want more touchdowns. And here comes Nevin, Terry Nevin. Tez is stoned, if you know him from VFL. And he is stopped, gone, and scored. Terry Nevin, touchdown. He can't stop Pickens for the life of him. Dear heavens, the defense of Detroit is a smoldering wreck once again. Stop, go, peel off to the left-hand side, and Terry Niven gets the touchdown. Wanted to convert Terry Niven at one point in the preseason to, I believe, a tight end. It's either he wanted to convert to a tight end, or Terry Niven is a tight end and he wanted to convert into wide receiver. I'm pretty sure it's tight end. But it's rejected, of course. Hasn't made a difference. Scores a wonderful touchdown there tonight. The Saints up 35-7. Momo not even being able to hold out for more than 15 seconds on defense, and is now back on the ball once again. 25-yard line, a minute 32, 3 timeouts for the Lions. How does Pickens clamp him up once more? Does he clamp him up once more? Here we go, 1st and 10 on the 25. Travis Jamal handing that one off to Jahmyr Gibbs, and that one there, dive tackle, eats 1, eats 2. Gain of 7. Jahmyr Gibbs tonight, 5 rushes for 16 yards. Keep in mind, he just got a touchdown earlier on. He has not had a good night tonight, Jahmyr Gibbs. When running the football, completely locked up. And I tell you this much, I appreciate that from Pickens, because if there's going to be one thing that a Las Vegas Raider is going to win this season, maybe it'll be Ashton Genty for the best running back awards. This is all we got to play for, all right? We got no hope. 5-0 at the minute, but we got more hope of Meteor hitting the earth than going towards a championship game again. Fupp is a bogey team of mine. Pappy is a bastard to play against. You got Rolly Football, last season's runner-up. I will say though, the benefit of it is that I feel like I am getting more accustomed to American ping when I have to play on it, so it's good. Adaptation and all that. Travis Jamal, where's he going to go? Oh, it's a Mumu up to the Detroit Lions, and Jameson Williams there, just short. 4th and 6 on the 28. And you can't even really blame Momo if he opts to go for this. He is going to. Has to chase the game, 28 points down, but dude, you fail here. Pickens is in instant field goal territory. So this may go to 38-7 before this half even gets off the field. Travis Jamal launches, incomplete. Had the other one, the one on the right-hand side, open. And just like that, Pickens now will have an opportunity to get as close as possible and then kick his free. 28-point score difference is in play. So any touchdowns here would be illegal and will lead to sanctions, of course. 1st and 10 of the 28, hands this one off to Alaji Kamara, who does get over the line for a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 of the 18. And with that, you would imagine Pickens probably going to just wait for this clock to go down, timeout, and then take his 3 points. But Yeah, really rough first half for Momo. An incredibly difficult first half. So the 4 interceptions from the rookie quarterback is never going to be good. But some of the vision from Momo. So I think out of like those 4 interceptions, I want to say 3 were really, really bad from him in particular, from the man behind the controller, because he was having nerves, panic, anxiety, something. He was throwing into crowded spaces. One of those kind of, you know, well, 3 of those interceptions, he's going to look back at them if you watch this VOD back later, pause it before each interception, look at his quarterback, look at the screen, look at the pause screen, and say to himself, what in the ever-living Christ was I looking at? It was those how bad the picks were. 38-7, it is very much so a riot here in Detroit. 31-point lead, and an onside kick is seemingly the case here. Momo going for an onside immediately, and Pickens here going to recover this ball. Davante Adams running round to the left-hand side. Imagine a kickoff return, but there you go. And from Pickens, like we said, he is able to turn on shoe clock hit. He is able to limit the misery, but doesn't look like he wants to just yet. First and 10 on the 43. (105 passing yards to 91 passing yards tonight. That one there immediately dropped down. A good start there on the run defense from Alan McNeil. 45-yard line. Pickens going to try and get as close as possible before taking yet another 3 points here. And this is an interesting one. Is that Adams on the motion? I have no idea. Well, goes to the boot. Here's Davidson running, throwing, and that's incomplete. A punch in the back there. Brass knuckles. Bit of a cheeky hit in the back there. Break his spine. Make sure he can't walk. You would have a lot of the NFC North celebrating if you caused any injuries. Maybe that's what Momo's going for now. Injury gates, yeah. Lion gates. There's bounties on the players here at New Orleans. 3rd and 13 on the 45. Be a 62-yard field goal. It's Davidson running here again. Around the right-hand side. Launches. Dot to Mike Evans. Matthew Davidson continues to put on a clinic. Fast, mobile, 98 throw power. It's an absolute joy. Compared to Tyler Shuck, who we had last season, night and day difference. First and 10 on the 11. As Shuck now is in. And he is kneeling here to then go and get the field goal. So never ideal if you're on the other side of it, but it is, as strange as it sounds, a sign of respect here. Pickens saying to Momo, I'm not going to prolong this game. I'm not going to drag it out. There are other players in the league, kids, that, again, in certain situations would not be kneeling, would be running the ball here and be trying to get as many yards and stats as possible. Pickens here going to take the knees and then get a field goal here to establish a 34-point lead. For Momo, it's you look at this and you say to yourself, you know, I mean, obviously Momo's not deluded. There's a lot of normal people in the NFC that know they're never going to win the Super Bowl. I know I'm never going to win the Super Bowl. Momo knows he's never going to win the Super Bowl. Bale, Blazer Guns, no, they're never going to win the Super Bowl, right? But when you play against a guy like Pickens, who's 1-2 back-to-back, bear in mind, won a season undefeated 17-0. This is the level of what a Super Bowl champion looks like. This is why so many people were saying, yeah, okay, Pickens needs to be on the Saints. You need to kind of put him on the shelf for at least a season or two, to the point where he can't build a super team. He can't build a team of gods over at New Orleans. Didn't have it last season. Went out shockingly to Viril and the Eagles in the playoffs. Shows you what can happen in the playoffs. Anybody can win. And Kyle MCC was the one that effectively took advantage of some of those big names going out. If Pickens plays like this, regardless of his team being old in areas like Davante Adams and Mike Evans, I think he can absolutely go for a Super Bowl charge. I think he can. I think with how he's playing, with the experience of the team, I think this is a Saints team where you look at and you say, for this season only, they're Super Bowl ready. Davante Adams and Mike Evans are going to drop off a cliff next season. He's got other players in the team, those pickings, that are going to drop off of cliffs in terms of their overall and their physicals. So maybe he feels like this season is an opportunity to get the Super Bowl before next season is another one of those developing years. Maybe that's how Pickens is going to play it. You know, one season competing, one season not competing, one season competing, one season not competing. And then again, last season he was competing. You know, I think he finished 14-3. I think that was his record in the regular season. Again, he's never going to expect to lose to Viril in that wild card playoff round, but it happens. That's the magic of the playoffs. But I don't know, man. Something different about him this season. He looks confident. He looks like he got that missing jigsaw piece in Matthew Davidson. The whole league pointing at Diverse Jamie and saying, "You did this, old man. Why? Why did you do it?" It's almost like there's it was almost like there was like this kind of unspoken like pact, this unspoken hidden agreement, hidden pact between the other kind of 31 franchises that people wouldn't trade with Pickings and people wouldn't trade with Kiz. And then Diverse Jamie just goes in there and says, "You know what, lads? I'm giving him the #1 pick. I want some of his fodder. Give me some of those depth pieces. Take it." You got a haul and a half for the first round pick, in fairness, didn't he? You got something like 2 or 3 picks. You got something like 3 or 4 players. But I mean, holy hell. The trade-off in terms of what he got in Matthew Davidson, well worth it. Incredibly well worth it. 3rd and 10 in the 37. 2 minutes left here of the third. Momo still struggling here to get any joy on the field. 3rd and 10. 37-yard line. Troy Anderson here, the user. As Travis Jamal launches, and that is incomplete, broken up again. Swarm of white shirts, like a hornet's nest, just descending on Jameson Williams, who is apparently rumored to be close to agreeing a 7-year deal with Momo and his Detroit Lions team. Better be giving him a boatload of money, because I think if Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown are looking at this tonight, and still looking at each other and going, "Are we really going to compete for titles here? Championships, divisional titles?" Of course, they won the division last season. The NFC North was won by the Lions. A 6-11 record by Momo last season to win that division. Got the opportunity to play in the playoffs, granted, as Jake Morton there, the user, and then shrugged off by Juwan Johnson. Jesus Christ. You would have to think, absolutely, Jake Morton was going to kind of yoink in front of him and pick that one off, but not to happen. 1st and 10 on the 41. As Davidson again continues to mount offense towards the end zone. 164 passing yards. This one handed off, and look at this. It's Taysom Hill down again for another gain of 10. Another Saints first down. Another snap closer towards the end of Taysom Hill's legendary career. Be a sad day when he goes. That's what Pickens says. Olave, of course, on the left-hand side is still another man that is on the block. Pickens saying that Chris Olave, for the right offer, will not have a future at the New Orleans Saints. You wonder if there's anyone out there that needs a wide receiver that has the money to pay Chris Olave, can get maybe 4 years max of good service out of him, which is pretty decent for the length of this save. We know, of course, minimum 6 seasons, the potential of 7 to 8 seasons if we get some fast advances. So, you know, people are going to have evolutions of their team happen, which is always cool to see. Didn't really get to see that last Madden, did we? Didn't really have the position of needing to see Lamar Jackson renewed, or Patrick Mahomes renewed, or any of those kind of superstars renewed, but we're going to see it this year. 4th and final quarter, 7 minutes to go. Momo here continuing to run this ball. Alaji Kamara bobs and weaves here all the way down onto the 35. 1st and 10 again for these New Orleans Saints. And I think for everyone that's got Pickens coming up on the schedule, they're looking at this and going, "Hoy, I'm one of them, dude. I got to play him in like game week like 11, 12, something like that." One of those that you just look at the calendar and you go, "Yeah, that's a loss." Won't even think about that game. Hands this one forward as Ollie Gordon dropped him down onto the 24. Those Guardian caps fresh off the boat from Canada, courtesy of Noof. Pickings there, striking a sponsorship agreement with Noof's Supply. Noof's Caps, as it's called. Great company, invest today. Contact Noof for all your Guardian caps. Multiple colours, multiple sizes. First and 10 of the 24. Hands this one off through the middle. Ollie Gordon dropped down again. Onto the 24. Momo saying, I'm down here. I'm down. I'm out. I'm waving the white flag. I'm not waving the white flag that much. You're going to have to earn these yards here with your running backs tonight, Pickings. That's what he says. Second and 10, 24-yard line. Davidson. RPO there to the right-hand side to Devante Adams, who goes down onto the 4. And just like that, the field goal team get ready. Devante Adams almost kind of shit-talking the dejected Lions player there. Don't know how many harsh words Pickens will have for Devante Adams there. Bit of an ego there from Devante. Shocking. As the kneels here will come out again. As the field goal will be lined up for a 44-7 ball game. Like I said, what can you say? What can you say? This game was done and dusted in the first quarter. 4 picks in one quarter is a game that Travis Jamal will want to forget. Defensive Pickings is just off the charts, man. It's utterly ridiculous, and maybe this is why he's got something like the 30th best pass offense in the league, because his defense is just disgusting. It is nuts, and it's going to take something special to beat this Saints team this season. It is. Those divisional games between Kiz and CJ coming up could be massive, absolutely massive. As this one converts from right about the 8-yard line, that is good. 35-yard line now for the kickoff. 44-7 is the game. And at least I think if you're Momo, you're looking at this and saying, thank God, get this done and dusted tonight. And he hasn't got to touch this save this game again until maybe Friday. Looks like, you know, the advance is going to be Thursday evening. So at least he gets a couple of days off. Sometimes when you take an absolute fiddling like this, you need a couple of days off. Apply the Sudocrem immediately. First and 10 on the 18. Momo are going to be looking for any sort of yards whatsoever. Try and he's put Jermaine Gibbs higher on the rushing yard leaderboard. And there he goes. Jermaine Gibbs eats one heavy hit. Second and 2 on the 26. And the 2-minute warning is in. Nearly there will be the message to, from Momo to his players. Antidepressants and orange juice in the back, ready for us all. Don't worry. Second and 2 on the 26.
Here's second and 2.
Jermaine Gibbs getting the ball once again. Pops on through. Gets down on to the 30. 4-yard gain there.
They have all their options on the table. Second and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep
another handoff there to the right-hand side. Jermaine Gibbs getting stopped and dropped for a loss of 1. I need to see Pickens. If you can hear this, I imagine you can. After this ends, we need to see the stats. I need to see how many first downs Momo got. It's got to be less than, like, I'm gonna put a number out there. I'm gonna say 6 first downs. Moonball goes up to the Lions, and that one there dropped. Third 11 on the 29. Of course, as well, 4 games now tonight done. Some scores, of course. I think it was 38-32 for the Raiders against the Chiefs. It was a shootout between the Ravens and the Bengals when they ended 45-42. And then a 24-10 game for Dave and the Giants against Blaze and the Commanders. This one, of course, the 4th of 16 to happen. And that is one sad-looking mascot scratching his head. Don't worry, buddy. That's all of us right now. We don't know. We don't know how we could have done anything more or anything less. 4th and 17 on the 22-yard line. Tackle for loss is massive, and this will seal the deal here.
This is 4th and long.
Momo looking for maybe one first down here to end the game out. Can he find any sort of distance, any sort of yards? Audible there being called. And the answer is no. He lets that one go. 4th and 17. The game ends on the 22-yard line. 44-7. A fiddling, a pounding. And I think Momo would just be probably nervously giggling to himself there and going to lie down in the dark room and say, thank Christ that's over. Don't have to deal with that again for a good couple of seasons. The Pickings litmus test is certainly something. I can't wait to play him in a couple of weeks. Wow, I'm really excited. Hell of a game for Pickens defense. Probably the best in the league. And you have to wonder, you know, when we start to see those games again in the playoffs, the Pickens and Kiz games, the Pickens and CJ games in the division, Pickens and Kyle, Pickens and Hughes. So many fun matchups in that NFC conference. Tonight, it wasn't even close. 44-7. Let's have a look and see how many first downs he did get. First, that's 7 first downs. Wow. I think I said 6, didn't I? So, I was close. 7 points, 7 first downs. Some of the most incredible defense I've seen. 102 passing yards tonight for Momo. Yards per rush, 1.8. Limited for 1 limited for 21 yards of rushing. Take away Momo's rush game. That's what happens, man. Unreal. Disgusting. And there's a reason why he's won 2 Super Bowls back-to-back. There's a reason why he's the only man to ever go unbeaten in the Madden League, in that kind of experienced league of players. No one else is playing right now, so that's all we've got for you for Tuesday Night Football. Can anyone stop the New Orleans Saints? Can anyone stop Pickings? Only time's going to tell here, fellas. Thanks so much to Momo and Pickens for being open to play tonight. And yeah, hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. Well, we're going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a FIFA draft tomorrow, talking about the VFL World Series for the FIFA side of things, as well as doing a draft. And then, of course, we've got the F1 in the evening. Thursday, we're back with UFC. Friday, we've also got another UFC event on, because it's a charity event with a cash prize. There's a tournament there on Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, we're kind of just chilling. Yeah, but there you go. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, fellas. If you need me, DM me, and I'll see you